Morning, everybody. Hey, everybody. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that's hit that subscribe button. I saw earlier this week that we passed 500 subscribers. I'm real honored that you guys are really interested in what's going on the channel, especially with this lovely aircraft that I'm sitting on top of right next to the Whistle cockpit. But again, thank you. I'm going to keep doing this for you guys. One thing that you guys can look forward to, I don't know when, but I will be investing in a better camera soon, so that we'll have the full experience in full HD. But so that's in the works, but I don't know when I'm going to get that camera yet. But you guys can expect that. But huge thank you again, 500 subscribers. That is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Alright, so welcome back to the Phantom, and part of what today's task is to start putting panels back on. So what I'm doing today is putting panel number 101 and 102 right back here on the right wing. So gonna get her done. Try to get her back in the air. Me and the volunteer crew are all here keeping doing the good work. So these panels that I'm working on have 3 different size screws. So you got number 3s, and then you got a couple different length number 2s. And you can see all the holes on the panel there, and nothing is marked as to what screw goes in which hole. So part of the fun of this, is figuring out what screw goes in which hole, because some knucklehead took all the screws out and didn't mark which hole they came out of, like I should have done. So now I get a little bit of extra work to putting all the right screws in the right holes and figuring out what goes where. Yep. Yay, extra work. So for the most part, I got all the screws back in the right holes. So now I'm gonna just run these down, just using my modern speed handle, but I got it on the low torque setting. So let's get these zipped in. So I got some screws that were a little more fussy than others, so I'm actually using the real speed handle to get them back in. Alright, so panel 102 right is back on and she is down. So there's one down to go. A couple things I'd like to point out over here. So we got this little keyhole right here, and from what Crew Chief Al was telling me, they would poke a rod down through this hole whenever they were hanging a drop tank underneath on this pylon underneath us. That would help guide the drop tank up into the right spot, from what I understand. Now over here right at the joint for the wing, we have a wing lock indicator, and there's one on the other side as well. But whenever the wing gets folded down, this indicator should drop, and that would let the pilot know that the wings tips were down and locked. If that stayed up when the wings came down, they were not locked. More of the goodies inside the wing panels. A lot of fuel, actuators, more fuel piping and manifolds. A lot of work that goes into getting the drop tank to do its job. Awesome. Now I get to work on that panel next. Yay.
Also, that little button right there?
Yep.
Might have to pick that up.
Oh, that deploys the ladder. I don't have a speed handle with me, but just start a couple of them so I can let it go.
I'm starting to figure out now.
All the same way? Start a couple of them. I'll leave that on you.
That way, no.
Huh? Yeah, it's a little too small, isn't it?
That's why I could never get it. I was like, it's not going on.
Try again, but come around to the borders. Alright folks, so this is Diesel Thunder Jr. number 2, and he's the one that you saw hanging out the panels here on the environmental controls for the equipment. The one on the other side is the air conditioning and pressurization for the crew. And He did a pretty damn good job here, and he's about to show you how to deploy the boarding ladder for the crew. So go ahead and fire away.
So for the pilots who needed to get up into the aircraft without having to have a service ladder on it, you would press this little button inside one of these, pull out the crew ladder, and step up. Simple as that.
Awesome. He's also the honorary engine duct diver, so he's our lucky one for that job. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody.